Hello and welcome to today's video. This time I'm going through the examiner's report for paper 2. I know a lot of you have been waiting for this one. So here we go. Question 1 coming up. Okay, well this is what question 1 will look like, and where did people go wrong? So there are 4 marks available, and for each of these A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H statements, you will get a choice to decide which 4 are true and which 4 are false. Now the problem that many students had is that they didn't colour in these little lozenges here. Instead they wrote a T or an F, a true or false, and that means they didn't get the marks. So let's imagine this statement here: the boy held the bananas with his toes. Let's imagine that was true when you read the text. You'd go over to that lozenge over there and you would colour it in because it's true. And if it wasn't true, you'd just leave it blank. Okay, well the good news is that 88% of students got this question right. So they got 4 marks out of 4. However, 99% scored 3 out of 4, with the majority getting full marks. So what this means is anyone can get this 100% right. It's not a hard question, and I'm going to tell you that means you should do it last. Now I'll tell you why a bit later, and I'll also tell you why the examiners want you to do it first. The examiners want you to have a confidence boost and therefore get loads of marks right at the beginning. Now I think that's a bad idea for 2 reasons. Okay, reason number 1, if you start the exam and it feels easy, and then you hit question 2, and question 2 is hard, suddenly your confidence goes. You've been built up with this idea that you're going to succeed, and then boom, it's gone. So I think it's really, really bad psychologically for you to do that question first. Now another reason why it's such a problem is that at least 10% of students don't do question 5. They get 0 marks on question 5 because questions 1, 2, 3 and 4 have already depressed them, and they've gone, I failed, man, and there's no point doing this question anymore. This paper, I've failed English. And that's 10%. That's a huge number, and in some schools I've seen that even higher. So how do you get around that? Well, if you do question 5 first and some of the other longer questions first, you get much more marks at the beginning of the paper. You do much better. And so I'd actually recommend leaving this question till last. Now, don't take my word for it, practice it in your mock and see what happens. Let's look at this final bit of exam information. 66,000 students didn't get marks because they didn't follow the instructions. What do the instructions say? The instructions go back to filling in the lozenges, these ones that I showed you, and they wrote true and false instead. So 66,000 students lost marks because they did not follow the instructions they were supposed to follow. Okay, that's it for question 1, nice and easy. See you soon for question 2.